this is one of my favorites, and you either love it or hate it. Okay? Alright, so I call that like the Inspector Gadget of the mandolins. Now here's something that literally just happened on Friday. I had the husband, he was like, oh, give that stuff to me. Like they were making cucumber salad. I don't know what that is. Well, I mean, I guess I do now. It was like cucumbers and Italian dressing, and just sliced and stuff. And he brought out a mandolin. Okay? Okay, if you notice our mandolins, what do they have? Okay, so important. Tell me how many things you've seen at the stores with guards. Okay.
The ball has a spirit though.
Williams-Sonoma has a ultimate mandolin that is almost $200. Ours, $60. Yeah, like 65. Okay, on sale it's like 20. Okay, so that's crazy. That's the difference with what we have in other people items. So we have it, you know, it folds down. It has the easel. It stores into a drawer. It has, you know, all the different blades in it, just like the one at Williams-Sonoma, V-shaped blade. The adjustable blade, 1/16 of an inch up to 1/8 of an inch. Your grading blade and your little crinkle cutting blade. Okay, and of course it fits over bowls, so you can just kind of go right into a bowl and you're good to go. All right, so you got that one. Then you have this one, which is similar to the one that my host's husband was using. And there was one of the girlfriends of her, she was there, and she says, you're going to slice your finger. He goes, I've had this for a while, I've never sliced my finger yet, right? So he's going. He goes, I'll be right back. Don't touch the cucumbers. Comes back with a big old bandage. Had to fish out his skin on that batch, okay? And I was just like, oh my God. And he was just like, thanks for jinxing me. I didn't say it. Okay? So you know what? They're happy because they had someone book a show in July. And what do they get? One of her host benefits. So don't act like he's not going to be getting the mandolin with the food card. So it was like, well, some men have to learn the hard way. And his name is Mike. My husband's name is Mike, and I totally got it. So I had to tell him the story about my husband, you know, cutting himself to the bone with my knife. So, yeah. Anyway, simple slicer. It's going to be 60% off. That food guard, you guys, this is surgical stainless steel. What's the key word?
Surgical.
That's right. So please tell people. All right. The food chopper, of course, has been around since longer than I've been around. Right. You know, this is just anger management in a purse. Fits perfectly. You have kids and you need to give yourself a timeout. That way, and then you'll be good to go. Or if you work in an office full of women, whatever. Okay. This, I love this. This is my savior. So, the manual food processor is, I can't tell you how much I use it, okay? You know, I got 2 teenagers, a 3.5-year-old, one that will be coming out in just a couple months. So, I use this like, oh yeah, husband. Let's forget about him. Alright, so the manual food processor is going to do everything the food chopper is going to do, except what do we do with the food chopper? We cut things up, right? We pile them on a cutting board, and we slap it, and hit it, and scrape it off into a bowl, and stir it up a little. You don't have to do all that anymore. So instead, you can do larger quantities because the 3-cup capacity. That 3-cup capacity is really awesome. So you're going to find people, you know, I always ask, do you have one of those processors that fit on top of a blender, like an adapting item? And most people say, yeah. Who has a food processor alone, like one of those big bulky ones? And you'll get a lot of people that raise their hand. Say, where do you store it? Up high, down low, or it just is collecting dust because after you used it a couple times, you hated cleaning it. Okay. It gets your food sliced, diced, chopped in like 2.5 seconds, but it takes you 2.5 hours to actually get the nerve to actually clean it and take it all apart. Yeah. So instead, now you have your manual food processor, which doesn't plug in because none of our items plug in. All right. They're always great to go. You know, if you're going picnicking or reunions are huge in the summertime, or camping. You know, if you're really camping, not in like the motorhome, I'm talking about camping. All right. So, This is a really nice thing. I'm going to pack it, and then I'm going to show you some more features. Got to cut an onion. So I'm going to use the Forge Cutlery utility knife because you guys have it in your kit. And of course, you know, you could have gotten other ones too. I love my Forge Cutlery knives. We have color-coded knives, which the small kids come with. They're a 1-year warranty. They are sheet metal. Sheet metal on the average needs to be sharpened, not ours, but average sheet metal bought from the store needs to be sharpened every 5th use. Ours stays sharp quite longer than that. But it will wear out, okay, just like any other knife. So then you got to get them professionally sharpened, all right? Then we have our homing knives, which come in the little sleeves, the gray, the black kind of see-through sleeves. Those are sheet metal, just a higher gauge of steel, all right? Then they can smell good. I like chocolate dip, that's a whole other story. Okay, anyway. So you have different knives. So some people don't use knives a lot. I don't use knives a lot. But when I use a knife, it better go through my stuff. All right? I love my processors. That's just what I live on. But if I have a knife, I love my Santoku knife because it has those little rivets in there. See, I'm not even using it, and I'm talking about it. Okay? So the Santoku knives have the rivets in it, just like you see on TV. Most of the chefs have that, and they're slicing, boom, 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 boom. What do you notice when they're slicing the food?
Food's not sticking to it.
The food's not sticking to it.
That's what those ridges are for.
That's right. Any hunters? No one hunts?
Oh, my son, he's about 4 years old.
He's all frog hunting.
No, his name is Hunter.
He is? Oh, yeah, that's right. His name is Hunter. Okay. So when you hunt, what do hunting knives look like? They have that groove, right? Let's be realistic. That groove keeps the flesh from sticking to the blade. It puts that air pocket in there. Comes right out. So, in turn, the Santoku knives have those little things in there. It keeps, you know, your food from sticking to the blade. Because how often have we done something and then, like, the first piece is still stuck and you're on your third slice. It's still on the blade, right? And finally falls off. Literally, you can cut the cheese with it and the cheese doesn't stick to the blade. So, it is really nice to use. So, I will recommend that. But in August, here's some perks. Yeah. They're going to be how much?
60% off.
60% off. Let me do my little spiel, okay? The great thing about booking a show in July is 1st to the 10th, free Johnsonville sausage. Okay, we're being sponsored. 1st through the 15th, a free quick stir pitcher, great for hot and cold liquids. July is also giving away an extra $100 to $200 in additional tax-free product. Okay, that's a big savings. On top of half-price items, 60% off items, unlimited discount. I mean, that's awesome, you guys. But you tell your host, when you have one of your friends here, like say your friend Al, I'll just point at people. Say your friend Charles is going to have a chocolate martini party, right? Like, yeah, we're so gonna woo woo, it's going to be so much fun. And then I'll talk to my host and be like, girl, you get to go to Charles' party and get the knives 60% off if he has a party in August. Do you see how I'm kind of, you know, getting my bookings or whatever? But of course, if you still have bookings or, you know, dates left in July, what are you going to do? Are you going to be promoting these knives? Do not promote the knives. If you want to fill your July, you're going to book and promote July. But if you are booked out and you have no more dates left, you've got to go on to the next month. Okay? So a little tip on booking. If you were done for July, book the next month. If you are not, book this month. Why?
What about the benefits?
What are they giving away? For us, consultants.
We get free product, no new products.
Free
Ball
new product. It is our June or our July sell-a-thon. The more you sell, the more you get for free. So get your July bookings in. Now let me go into my spiel again, okay? Rewind. So you're booking for August now, all right? You talked about the knives. German forged steel, 2 pieces of metal pounded together like medieval times over high heat. Then they raise the or they lower the temperature. You kind of cool it. You go back and forth a few times. This is all hand forged German steel, and then it's all 1 piece of metal, you guys. 1 piece. The other ones aren't going full time. Okay, our sheet metal ones with the honing case But these, or ones that you buy in the stores, who ever had knives that you could see where the metal cuts off?
All lines
I've
together.
actually had some of the knives come out.
Come out. Yes. Or they break off. I've broken a knife off into like an ice cream cake. Okay. I'm thinking, oh, this is before Pamper Chef. Like, really? Like, okay, let's go searching for the blade. Don't worry about that because these are full tang. From here to here. From the tip to the butt. It's all one solid piece. That black layer is so thin, it just says, hey, put your hand here, not here. That's how thin that black layer is. And they're ergonomically designed to fit the comfort of your hand so you don't get hand fatigue. Not a lot of people like to chop, dice, slice, and sometimes, when they do, they have to put their knife down and stretch it out, right? Knuckles or whatever. You don't have to do that because it gives you a hand massage, something that your spouse may not do. I know mine doesn't. So if I want a hand massage, I'm touching my knives. Just saying. All right, so this is great. You have your knives. Love them. Instead, how much is that the chef's knife in the book? $75. Somebody's gonna say $75. I make sure I interact. So they say $75. I say, how would you like it for $12.73? They're what? Oh yeah. You can end up getting the monster block for not half price, but 60% off. And this is where my numbers come into effect. Because when you go from 50% off to 60% off, what's the difference? 10%? Oh, that's nothing, right? Oh no, it's something. You went from $207.50 down to $166. They're throwing in the bamboo knife block. They're throwing in the professional shears, the honing tool, and every single knife that fits in there except, the steak knife or the carving set. $12.73 for every